This is Drift Motion, brought to you by Valvoline, the original motor oil. Justin is off, watch him. A little bit shy on the chase. Yeah, Justin making his way on, but range just falls, so the place is slippery and slidey. Was him cutting it real close on that to get into that second outer zone. Not really the run we wanted to see from Wazam in his first tandem battle here at Drift Motion in our event last year with Shiva and Eva. And I mean that literally a great impact with Shiva's S13. But Shiva was back out in the very next event, and so too was Justin. Justin playing it safe, not comfortable with Wazam yet, so he's monitoring the situation. Wazam over rotates because again the grip level will change between the asphalt and the concrete, especially not just in the dry but in the wet. Let's slow on the drawing start. Sean Jaguar flips it, races out that outer zone. Chris straightens and not doing what he's supposed to do in the lead. In the chase, but the lead driver rotates. That would now mean that Christopher is in the lead and Sean is in the chase. Sean will try to put some pressure on Chris, but he should back off a little bit because he's not familiar with the style of Chris and how Chris operates and drives. And Sean over rotates. Not a fault from Chris, so Chris just needs to hold it. And yeah. Yasin is off. Naeem Bash in that C33. Locks it up. That is why, crowd, I just want to let you all know that is why we tell you to step back, because things can get sticky. We're not asking you to go home, we're just asking you to go backwards a little bit. Naeem, Yasin, all kind of weird initiation from Naeem there. Yasin rushing a little bit, we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with this run with the judges. Yasin is more or less driving. Naeem way offline. Final four competitors in Prospec are Jesse Hira, Christopher Joseph, Justin Hira, and Yasin Ali. And they're off, the light extinguish. Jesse Hira, quick run off there, S14 versus S15. Two RB powered cars, Bad Lad versus Drift Shenanigans. This is Drift Motion. Turks way too shallow in that area with the bacchanal box. Had no choice but to lock up and wait for Jesse Hira to Hira in the S14, Jesse Hira in the S14 from Bad Lad Racing, and Christopher Turks Joseph in that S15. Jesse getting a little too excited there just now. Into that bacchanal box, Chris overshoots. Jesse has to slow down a bit. Chris misses that third outer zone. Releases the Dragons. Justin Hira, that bad lad, C33. Yasin Ali giving chase in that 831. Nicely done in the back and all boxes. Justin Hira into the second outer zone. Goes into the third. And across the line. Yasin out in front. Both drivers missing the outer zones. Yasin driving into that area and really struggling to keep it into the zones is Yasin. Not the chase we want to see from Yasin Al.
Good afternoon, folks. Good day to all everybody out here at Wallafeel International Raceway. Yasin supporters, you don't know, Yasin's all the way. We had some obstacles with the weather and so forth. Other than that, the event was fairly nice, fairly smooth. Lots of love out there. Real nice vibes. Competition was nice. New drivers come out and drive. Everything was full 100. We advise you all, come out and support, come out and entertain. Good vibes.
Final battle between the Hira brothers. Justin Hira and Jesse Hira. Jesse's in the lead with that S14. Justin, you had to show you brother how the older brothers will be done. Come off the top, but I'm not sure if that'll happen here. Might feel sorry for him. Jesse get all excited into that bacchanal. Justin, not sure what he was doing, I guess, and he playing it safe in the chase. Hira brothers at it. Jesse is in the back. Slows down a lot because Justin, I don't know how the judge is gonna, appraise this run. Jesse, you are mad. Dario in that garage first sponsored 831. Leading Mafia Power Engineering S15. They initiate into the first outer zone is Dario. Saeed a little bit shallow into the bacchanal box. Saeed there. Dario into that second outer zone and third outer zone. Saeed having a problem and reinitiates. And across the line, the surface is drying up. Saeed in the lead. Dario in the chase going deeper than Saeed did in the lead. Dario is playing mind games here and just being precautious. So Saeed shuts it down and then reinitiate. Back to the Shivas. Shiva Mona leading, Shiva Niba chasing. This is Shiva Niba's first tandem battle in the Pro category for 2025 competition. He was the Prospec champion in 2024. We made the transition into the Pro category. Not so bad chase. Shiva versus Shiva, Blue Coral versus Blue Coral. Let's see who will advance. Deep into that bacchanal box goes Shiva Niba. Into the second outer zone, deep again. Into the third outer zone is Shiva Niba. That was a nice run.
Yo, good day. I win. Alright, so today was fine. The only problem we had today was the weather was a bit up and down. So other than that, it was a good event. Driving wise, the weather had a lot to play with it, but that's the name of the game. So I would say still a good event, and we're looking forward to the next event in June.
And they're off. Nicholas Ramlochan, the Motul Extraordinary Times Welding and Fabricating Limited S15, followed closely by the Garage Fresh 831, who overcooks that chase position. Comes in way too hot. Didn't cater for Ramlochan, who entered into that outer zone. And Ramlochan, as far as I'm hearing, has a blown head gasket. So the S15. But Ramlochan showing no mechanical sympathy. Right there on Dario's door. Deeper into the bacchanal box than Dario. Creighton's reinitiates into that chase position.
Long time I ain't drive the car, came out today, stretch my legs as I say a little bit. Other than that, I run into a little issue with the car, not the car really. I kind of over push, make me over rotate and spin out, so I end up losing that run. So I get boot out, didn't make it to the finals. But other than that, event was fine. I'm glad to see that Valvoline have cash prizes in the event now, so that'll probably make me come out to the rest of the events, try to win some money. But yeah, other than that, it went fine.
Shiva is in the lead. That S15, followed closely by Zahir Rahimullah from Drift Cartel in that C33 Laurel. Zahir coming up to Shiva Muna there. Second outer zone and going into the third. Zahir's a little bit behind and across the... Baby, let's go! Nicholas Ramlochan leading in that Motul Extraordinary Times Welding and Fabricating Limited S15, followed closely by Shiva Muna in that Tobago Before Racing Mad Gear S15. It's the Battle of the S chassis, also known as the new Tidas, or vessels if you want to call them that. Both drivers been exceptionally well in those zones and across the line. Into the bacchanal box. Nicholas not as close to Shiva's door as I would like him to be. Mainly probably because that car is struggling due to the blown head gaskets.
Yeah, we're here with the Prospec S15 again. Today was pretty, I would say it started off, a little rough in terms of the weather conditions, but thankfully we adapted to the situation in terms of having the car set up for both a wet suspension drive as well as a dry suspension setup. So, but we adapted. It was a little inconsistent with the rain coming, stopping. We had a sunny part of the day, but we maximized on the practice sessions and got some data and set up the car accordingly so that during practice and competition we would have been able to make the adjustments as well as we go. And yeah, the day was pretty much good. Other than that, we qualified in fourth place. That placed us in tandem with Shiva and Ibaru, qualified in 5th. We won that battle. We went on to battle Zahir. Yeah, Zahir. We also got the win on our battle. Zahir seemed to have some sort of suspension issue. However, we got the win in the end. That's our unfortunate situation. That then placed us in a battle with Nicholas Ramlochan for 1st and 2nd. I would say it was a pretty tight battle. I think I had the better half in terms of proximity, but the judges made the call. We had a good time. The car lives to see another day. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to my team for the support throughout the day. Thanks to Blue Coral Racing, Big Papi Racing, for all the support. Yeah, see you at the next event.
Good day, everybody. So, we had a okay day today on the track. Despite everything, we had a blown head gasket. I ended up in the top qualifier and had to make a by run. On my by run, head gasket gone, but we happened to still end up on top in podium in first place today. So that was the only hiccups, so we will be able to work with that. Still battle, still go through the day. Thanks to the Mosai for that. The only thing was a little bit of bad weather, but I don't think that affected us much today because it wasn't overpouring, it was just drizzling, right? So good event. We had a good turnout still. Big up to everybody. All our sponsors, all my sponsors on the car, Extraordinary Designs, Motul, Racetrack Wheels, Saloon Tires, everybody that sponsored the event and putting forward for the whole sport to move forward. Big thanks to that, all the cash prizes, everything so far, we're looking good, very good startup for the year with sponsors and everybody on board.